Welcome back to Turkey Child. My name is Keith, and today we're going to be continuing the Bdubs Castle build. I apologize if I have taken quite a break from building this castle. I have had quite a lot of stuff going on right now, but now I am back and I'm ready to upload part 5, I think. I don't really know. Could be part 4, could be part 5. Anyway, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to be doing are stacking up these little pieces of the tower 5 tie with a mixture of our black concrete, or sorry, cyan concrete, light gray concrete, stone, and andesite. Then you're going to add a mixture of stone brick walls, andesite walls, cobblestone walls, stone brick walls, andesite walls, everything, and make sure these walls stack up to a total of 6 blocks. I'll cut back to you when both towers are done. And just a reminder, don't do it in here because we already have this one which we built earlier in this tutorial. With all 6 miniature towers completed around both of these big towers, we can now move on to what I have planned over here. Now I was doing a little stuff off camera, kind of getting this set up so it can go really smooth and easy. I'm going to leave this pattern set up for you. All you have to do is one polished andesite block, one polished andesite slab, stone brick block, andesite block, stone brick, and then a stone brick wall, and finally a piece of andesite. So I'm going to leave this pattern here like this, and so you can just pause the video and take a look at it. But after you're done with that, we can come over here where you're basically just mirroring the pattern one block back to give it some depth. And I'll cut back to you when all 4 sides of this are done. And just a reminder, these the in-between part between each of these things is 3 stone blocks, and it's like this. So right after this stone block, I would add these 2 andesite blocks and then mirror this pattern, but like upside down. So it would go the stone andesite block, and then the stone brick walls, and then etc., until I loop all the way around. Anyway, I'll cut back to you when this is done. With all 4 sides of this little circle completed, we can now move on to the next bit. And as you can see, there should be some little air pockets over here. So we're just going to take some time to fill each one up and just until you get to the back of here. Not too hard, so I'll just cut back to you when when this wall is looking nice and flush with the big circle we just created. Anyway, good luck! With our giant donut completed for this episode, we can move on to other things. But obviously we're going to add this big window in on a later date, but I'm procrastinating with it right now because it's going to be really hard to kind of fit that in a YouTube video. A lot of texturing, a lot of random block placement. But up here, just make sure that the wall leaves 1 block out from the circle. So you should have 2 blocks inside to kind of give it that depth for the big window thing. But make sure that this is just sticking out 1 from the outside. So now let's move up to this window. This is a crazy complicated pattern, so I'm going to leave it here so you can kind of just copy it. And I'm also going to show you how to make it so it'll be a little bit easier. The first thing you want to do is we have this wall we placed at a earlier video, and you're just going to kind of take it 2 blocks up again. And then we're going to do this pattern. So we're going to add an upside down stone staircase, 2 andesite staircases like this, upside down stone staircase, or an andesite staircase, doesn't really matter. To over here, you can either add andesite or stone block, and then an upside down stone wall. And then here and here, place 2 andesite slabs, polished andesite slabs, and just mirror that take that all the way down. And I'll cut back to you when I'm done myself. With this pattern done, I think everyone can agree that it makes these windows look a lot better. It makes it look like an actual, like, really nice pattern. And now we can move into probably my favorite part of the build, which is installing these bright, colorful roofs that really make this entire build like pop off the, I guess, screen. Really colorful. And they're very vibrant. So the first thing you need to do is over here you can kind of see how we left that off, but just make sure you add just a row of blocks just going above it. So these are really not going to be seen, so it kind of really doesn't matter what block you use. But just what you're going to do is add stone brick wall like this, and then up at the top. Do that for all 4 sides, and then we'll cut back so we can do this amazing roof, which is a lot of fun to do. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, with all of this done, it's time for a little bit of a blast from the past with a lot of annoying mouse clicking because I can't really think of any other way to kind of make this roof without showing you. So we're going to add a healthy mix of this stripped wharf hyphae, I don't really know how to pronounce it, the cyan concrete, and some cyan wool. I recommend at the end kind of add this orange terracotta as a little bit of a mix, just kind of random and little random spurts over here. It really shouldn't be that like big of a color in the roof. It's mostly supposed to be kind of a like a copper type of look, like a that's what Bdubs is kind of going for, like a nice little copper roof. So we just add a lot of this blue first, and then at the end, then texture it with everything else. So the pattern is pretty simple. We're just gonna add something like this, and then at the top, it's just another uh, piece of cyan wool or whatever block you want. Then kind of place a temporary block over here, get rid of it. And go 3 up. Now the reason you might be asking me like why is this your favorite part, and it's strictly just because of the sound that this block makes when you place it. I don't know why. I really like it. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So just duplicate that pattern on all 4 of these sides, and this one should be kind of like the centerpiece. So you don't have to place one again. It's just going to be kind of the lone tower. So I'll cut back to you when all of this is done. Now, after you finish doing this, you should kind of be left with a little bit of a framework for it. And it's pretty obvious what you have to do here. Just place a temporary block and just go straight up with it. Just kind of do some of this. It doesn't really matter what you do. Just kind of fill in these little blank spots with the blue color we have right here. And the next thing we are going to do are add some stone brick walls. Now first you should obviously texture this, which is what I'm going to do in the next cut, and when I cut back to you, we're going to have all of this tower done with some texturing and some stone brick wall detailing. So I'll see you in a bit. So as I was building this, I textured everything, I added the stone walls, and I did realize I made a bit of a mistake from the last clip. Basically these walls should actually be 3 high, not 2 high, so just add an extra block and then add this stone wall detailing. The actual stone wall detailing, while it looks complicated, it adds a lot, and it's not really that complicated. It's pretty simple. The 2 biggest towers, right here and here, should have 2 stone brick walls on them. While everything else should have 1 stone brick wall on them. And that includes the very top because we're going to be adding some nether, I think it's nether brick walls. I'm not 100% sure. That'll be at a later date. But for now, this is what you should have. Mirror it on this side and the back side. And I'll cut back to you when all of this is done. Alright, this is the last clip we're going to do today. Add chains on every single one of these stone brick walls. Make sure it's only just 1 layer of chain. And at the very top, we only have 1 stone brick wall, but we're going to add 2 crimson fences from the new Nether update. I kind of forgot about them. And then to top it off, just add 1 chain like the rest, and just do that on everything else. And then obviously, we're going to duplicate this design over here. So I just want to thank all of you so much for watching. It has been a long while, and I apologize about that. But thank you for, I wanted to say this last video. I have no idea how I have like 60 subscribers. That's kind of funny. I don't really know what I did, but I guess thanks. Also, one of my videos has like 1,000 views, which is kind of insane. So thank you for that, and have a nice day. Yeah.